The Last Ride Together by Robert Browning. This is a poem from Dramatic Romances, 1845. A love lyric. It is the narrative of the last ride together, when the mistress consents to go out with the rejected suitor for this last time, before being finally parted. The poem expresses a curious emotion, a mood of mixed happiness and sorrow. The knowledge of the impending parting, while rendering the moment valuable, also renders it transitory. The lover's concentration on the present moment leads to an expression of optimism based on his acceptance of the limitations of human will and achievement. The lover is also an unusual person, wherein the imposition of his will is not the ruling sentiment. This contrasts with the sinister cruelty of the last touches. Let us read the poem, The Last Ride Together. I said, then, dearest, since 'tis so, since now at length my fate I know, since nothing all my love avails, since all my life seemed meant for fails, since this was written and needs must be, my whole heart rises up to bless your name in pride and thankfulness. Take back the hope you gave. I claim only the memory of the same. And this beside, if you will not blame, your leave for one more last ride with me. My mistress bent that brow of hers, those deep dark eyes where pride demurs, when pity would be softening through, fixed me a breathing while or two. With life or death in the balance, right, the blood replenished me again. My last thought was at least not vain. I and my mistress, side by side, shall be together, breathe and ride. So one day more am I defied. Who knows but the world may end tonight? Hush! If you saw some western cloud, all billowy bosomed, overbowed by many benedictions, suns and moons and evening stars at once, and so you looking and loving best, conscious grew your passion drew, cloud sunset, moonrise, stars shine too, down on you, near and yet more near, till flesh must fade for heaven was here. Thus leant she and lingered, joy and fear. Thus lay she a moment on my breast. Then we began to ride. My soul smoothed itself out, a long cramped scroll, freshening and fluttering in the wind. Past hopes already lay behind. What need to strive with a life awry? Had I said that? Had I done this? So might I gain, so might I miss. Might she have loved me? Just as well, she might have hated. Who can tell? Where had I been now if the worst befell? And here we are, riding, she and I. Fail I alone in words and deeds? Why, all men strive, and who succeeds? We rode. It seemed my spirits flew, saw other regions, cities new. As the world rushed by on either side, I thought, all labor, yet no less, bear up beneath their unsuccess. Look at the end of work, contrast the petty done, the undone vast. This present of theirs with a hopeful past. I hoped she would love me. Here we ride. What hand and brain went ever paired? What heart alike conceived and dared? What act proved all its thought had been? What will but felt the fleshly screen? We ride, and I see her bosom heave. There's many a crown for who can reach 10 lines, a statesman's life in each. The flag stuck on a heap of bones, a soldier's doing, what don'ts? They scratch his name on the abbey stones. My writing is better by their leave. What does it all mean, poet? Well, your brains beat into rhythm. You tell what we felt only. You expressed. You hold things beautiful the best and paste them in rhyme so, side by side. 'Tis something, nay, 'tis much. But then, have you yourself what's best for men? Are you poor, sick, old, ere you time? Nearer one whit your own sublime? Then we who never have turned a rhyme. Sing, riding's a joy. For me, I ride. And you, great sculptor? So you gave a score of years to art, her slave. And that's your Venus, whence we turn to yonder girl that fords the burn. You acquiesce. And shall I repine? What man of music, you grown grey with notes and nothing else to say? Is this your sole praise from a friend? Greatly his opera's strains intend, but in music we know how fashions end. I gave my youth, but we ride in fine. Who knows what's fit for us? Had fate proposed bliss here? Had fate proposed bliss here should sublimate my being. Had I signed the bond, still one must lead some life beyond. Have a bliss to die with, dim described. This foot once planted on the goal, this glory garland round my soul. Could I descry such? Try and test. I sink back shuddering from the quest. Earth being so good, would heaven seem best? Now heaven and she are beyond this right. And yet she has not spoke so long. What if heaven be that fair and strong, at life's best with her eyes upturned, whither life's flower is first discerned? We fixed so, ever should so abide. What if we still ride on, we two, with life forever old yet new, changed not in kind, but in degree? The instant made eternity, and heaven just prove that I and she ride, ride together forever, right?